Alex, good morning. Yeah, one of the big talkers in Portland this election cycle has been whether the city should limit the size of new emergency homeless shelters. Now, voters today will see three different options on their ballots, and we're going to go over those now. So option A is proposed by Smaller Shelters for Portland and would limit the capacity of new emergency shelters to 50 beds. This would not apply to any shelters that already exist or shelters for families or domestic violence victims. Option B is endorsed by the Portland City Council and would cap beds at 150. It would also include things like a provision for day space and proximity to public transportation. Option C rejects both options and would keep current limits as is. So that means decisions about capacity would be made as they are now on a case-by-case basis. Either choice needs 50% plus one in order to win. If that doesn't happen, everything will stand as it is now. City officials say the goal of having larger facilities would be to provide more resources in one place, but supporters with Smaller Shelters for Portland say they're concerned a big facility wouldn't have enough staffing to actually meet individualized needs of people from different backgrounds.
I can tell you from experience, Smaller Shelter is a more humane and respectful. And remember, these are people first. They need to be respected. They need to be treated properly.
In the sense of a larger emergency shelter, we got all these folks who can come to one place. If we've got smaller shelters, whether or not we have the staff from nonprofits and other organizations, as well as the City of Portland being at each one of the small shelters, when it comes to emergency shelter, that's a question.
Now, last night, the Portland City Council voted unanimously to sign leases for a 200-bed homeless services center in the Riverton neighborhood. And at that meeting, Mayor Snyder said that if there is overwhelming support for option A in the polls today, the council may reconsider that lease agreement. Live in Portland this morning, Chloe Thibault, News Center, Maine.